Good morning students, welcome back once again to the class of the tissue. We are doing animal tissue for so long. Again we are going to continue with the animal tissue, and another type of animal tissue is your nervous tissue. So far we have completed epithelial tissue and muscular tissue along with their types. Today we are going to do about nervous tissue. The tissue specialized for perception of stimulus and generation of response. The whatever we behave, the way we react, all that is due to the reactions produced by nervous system. So let us see what is a nervous tissue. When I talk about nervous tissues are highly specialized cells for receiving the stimulus, that is perception, and generating the response. What is stimulus? Any change in the environment causes a generation of stimulus. You receive it as stimulus, and how to react to that stimulus is generated by brain or spinal cord. So they are present in your brain, spinal cord, and all the nerves. All the nerves, brain and spinal cord are made up of nervous tissue. If I look at the structure of single nervous tissue, they have three parts: cyton, dendrons, and the axons. And all the three parts together as a cell, they are known as neurons. So what is nervous tissue made up of? They are made up of neurons or nerve cell. Whenever you are going to use the term nerve and you are talking about one cell, say nerve cell. Because in your higher classes you will see nerve has a different meaning. And nerve cell is your single cell of nervous tissue, also called as neurons. They have three parts, that is your dendron, cyton, and axon. So let's study about each part of the neuron in detail. So let's draw the figure and then go for the details. So neuron, as we have studied in our cell chapter, neuron is the longest cell measuring up to 1 meter. It can be as long as 1 meter long. So it is the longest cell in our body. So this part, the star-shaped structure that you see is your cyton, giving rise to dendrons and dendrites. So this part, the head part of the nerve cell, the head part of the nerve cell is known as cyton, also known as soma, also known as cell body, and the last name is your perikaryon. So there are four names. There are four names of cyton, that is soma, cell body, and perikaryon. Let us write these names here. Cyton, also known as soma, also known as cell body, also known as perikaryon. So you have 4 names given to cytone. Now again you have the word soma, S-O-M-A. Already you have studied about stroma and soma. So be careful. Soma is the cell body of the nerve cell. Stoma is the stomata, that is your opening on the lips. And stroma, S-T-R-O-M-A, stroma is the fluid present in your chloroplast. So be very, very careful with these terms, because you will often come across all the 3 terms maybe together or separately. In both, they generally ask you the differences between these terms. So you have to be very, very careful while using words like soma, stroma and stoma. Clear? So the head part is your cytone, and this tail part that you see is your axon. This is your axon. This axon branches into several processes, and this is known as nerve endings. This is known as nerve endings. Let us study the structures in detail. Beginning with cytone. Cytone is the head part of your neuron, comprising of dendrons. This thicker process that you see, this thicker process is your dendron, and the fine hair-like structures that is given out is your dendrite. Then your head is filled with nucleus and cytoplasm. So this is your cytoplasm, nucleus, and certain types of granules called Nisser's granules are also present in the cytoplasm. Then you will see a long process arising from the cytone. This is your axon. So actual axon region is the middle tubular structure, and this axon is protected by a sheet called myelin sheet. Which are broken up at intervals. These myelin sheets are broken up at intervals. So this is your myelin sheet. Myelin sheet is nothing but the insulation around the axon, so that there is no kind of exchange of the messages or short circuit, just like the electrical wiring. If you do not insulate the wire, the electrons may jump over one another, and then there is a short circuit. When 2 open ends meet, you get a short circuit and there may be fire. So same way, myelin sheet is an insulation over the axon, but broken up at intervals. This nodes where the myelin sheet ends are known as nodes of Ranvier. They are known as nodes of Ranvier. Now why they break up in between? Why they break up at a regular interval? To increase the conduction of impulse. Because of this breakage of myelin nodes, the impulse moves faster. The myelin sheet has special cells in it. It's a nucleus present. So each myelin sheet has a nucleus present in it. These nucleus are specialized nucleus. They are known as Schwann cells. What are they known as? Schwann cells. They are nucleus which produce the myelin sheet. And finally we have the nerve endings or the terminal endings. So this is your diagram and the labeling. Now coming to the function. The dendrites receives the stimulus. So all the sense organ, wherever these nerve fibers are present, the dendrite is at the receiving end and the impulse is received. So impulse or the stimulus enters the dendrite, pass on to dendron, then to cyton, and finally move down the axon and then away from your nerve fiber. And here the impulse leaves you. So the impulse will travel all along the axon and then finally leave the nerve fiber. Now how will it reach the brain? All the impulses that has been received, all the stimulus that has been received has to reach the brain. So what happens? How do they reach? All the nerve fibers, all the nerve cells are connected end to end to each other. They are connected end to end to each other and then carry the message towards the brain or spinal cord. And in spinal cord or brain, that message is interpreted and a response is generated which is brought back to the muscles or glands, thus producing the response. Suppose a pin pricks your finger and what happens? You remove your finger with a jerk. So what happened? When the finger was pricked, that message was received by the dendrites and then passed on to the brain, passing all along the nerve cell or nerve fibers, and there in the brain the message was generated that you have to remove your finger, otherwise your body part will be injured. So that response was brought back to the muscle, and this muscle, what did it do? It pulled the hand back. Now how this message passes on to another neuron? The terminal ending or the nerve ending of the one nerve fiber is attached to the dendrites of the another neuron. So you will see so this is your another neuron. This is your another neuron and the terminal ending, this is your terminal ending is connected to the dendrite of the another neuron. But now they do not touch each other, they lie very close to each other, very very close. And then this is how the message is transmitted, and the point where they meet, this point, the point where they meet is known as synapse. This is known as synapse. It is a point where the message is transmitted or transferred from one neuron to another neuron. So this is how the message is transmitted and the response is generated. So nervous tissue or neuron are highly specialized cells meant for conduction, that is receiving of the stimulus, conduction passing on the stimulus and generating the response. This is all in your neuron chapter or your nervous tissue. In the next and the last video, we are going to study all the details about the connective tissue. Till then, goodbye.